I'm sure you're always on the lookout for what's in store here on our popular segment, Places. This time we have another discovery in the popular street of Marikina. Have you heard about Meatslut? Well, let's all discover about it. Lilac Street in Marikina is one of the newest food destinations, and one of the newest restaurants to open its doors to the public is Meatslut. To start with, the restaurant's name is catchy. If anything else, and it is sure to stay in your memory bank for some time. How on earth did they come up with such a name?
Meatslut is serving fine meats. Actually, we're doing nose-to-tail cooking also. So, meaning we're trying to educate people on trying to eat the offals or the nasty bits of the carcass. Now, since we are liberal about meat and sluts are liberal women, so if we combined it, it became Meatslut. I could always defend it like cam whore, when a whore is a bad word, but you put cam on it, it just makes sense.
That was Ryan Ganzon, one of the co-owners, who is credited with coming up with the very concept of Meatslut, and is also the restaurant's resident cook. Ryan has chalked up a long string of experience in the kitchen.
I've worked abroad. I've worked in various corporate food establishments here. I've been creating concepts for restaurants recently, and right now, I created Meatslut, the concept and the menu.
Ryan also does food styling, teaches basic culinary skills, and likes to say that he has always been a cook. It was in 2015 that Ryan cooked up the concept for Meatslut, which is based on precision cooking. But it was only in January this year that Meatslut officially opened, and surprisingly, for a fairly new restaurant, business has been good.
The business is doing very well. It's actually flattering and humbling at the same time. We opened up January 10. We've been sustainable since then. We've been able to do some improvements already out of what we have. We've been able to improve the equipment as well. So we've been adding equipment. We've been improving the floors. It's been very good. There were times that we have caused traffic in Lilac, so it's a very happy experience.
Virtually all fine restaurants serve steaks, so we asked Ryan what makes Meatslut stand out among the many apart from their sexy name.
We've come up with a technology for precision cooking. We've been using it in the kitchen for a long time. Back of the kitchen, for kitchens to be able to sell steaks that are quite expensive. Now, what we wanted to do here in Meatslut is to teach people on how to eat a properly done steak, properly cooked steak. Since I've also been into educating people, I've realized that food and education can be combined. So what we're doing here is making it accessible for people. Fine steaks, very good side dishes, classic side dishes, that are served at a very affordable price, at a very precision cooking method.
Indeed, many a Pinoy palate needs educating when it comes to enjoying fine meat. For Meatslut, it is never about marinades or tons of seasoning. It's about enjoying your steak cooked with a sous vide method, which not too many restaurants employ.
If you could savor yung flavor ng actual na properly cooked meat at the right temperature, everything is still alive. Most of the chemicals will still go inside your brain and tell you it's good food because it's still fresh and it's done properly. Minimal flavors, minimal salt, minimal spices and all.
Before we go on and on about the mouth-watering meat offering of Meatslut, allow us to walk you around this cozy restaurant, which is between 70 to 80 square meters, a good size for comfortable dining. Inside, the lamps that drop from the ceiling give the interiors a warm glow, and the touches of red add to this effect. Ryan says that their target market includes families and millennials, and this long cushion bench set against the wall is ideal for big groups. There is a VIP room too that is interesting.
It has a pool table, probably fit in 12 to 15 people. We have a poker table that could be used as well. So you could do poker nights, you could do pool nights, and this pool table can be converted into beer pong table. Already done that. Yeah, we have a conversion kit. So you can party in here. It's for only 5,000 pesos. Everything is consumable. That's for 3 hours. And then the succeeding hours could be 1,000, which is also consumable.
But what really catches the eye is the storage station, which is as novel as it gets.
They like the torch station. Well, as you can see, it's different. If you come inside the restaurant, you see a fish tank or an aquarium, but it's not an aquarium. So cows are swimming in my aquarium. And then there's a torch station behind it that looks like the DJ's booth. And then we torch the steaks because it's basically done inside. So if it's cooked in the pan or grill or with yung unskilled na chef na or not at the proper heat, you just cook it up inside. Unlike if you torch it high-powered, there's a contraption there that's actually a combination of sirzal and an industrial torch, not the ordinary kitchen torch. So what we do there, after cooking it sous vide at 54 degrees, we put it in the grill, we torch it just to caramelize the blood sugars, just to come up with the Maillard reaction enough to activate the flavors. And then we serve it to the guests. We simply salt it, sea salt, and then we serve it to the guests.
To better understand the technology that they have developed here at Meatslut, Ryan walks us through their most interesting method here.
When you come into Meatslut, this is what you'll see. We have our butchery. This is where we process the meats. And then we have it vacuumed. So we put it on vacuum pack. That's using a plastic. And then, yeah, let's demonstrate. Tatanggalin niyo lang yung air, isi-seal niya. So once it's ready, lalagyan namin siya sa hot water bath, which is we're gonna be cooking it for 54 degrees for a certain amount of time. What happens there is that it tenderizes, but it doesn't get overcooked. So with the vacuum pack, walang loss ng flavor since it's inside the pack. We put it on water, yung flavor is still intact, nandun pa rin yung meat flavor because it's not affected inside. Yeah, now it's ready to be placed in the hot water bath o sa sous vide. This is where you order. So, we tried to lower down the cost by putting up a fast food counter. So, no extra waiters, no extra servers. Just come in and order. Plus, we prepared the famous steak side dishes instead of a la carte. We prepared by batches, so just to lower down the cost. But it's still as good. It's still properly prepared, finest ingredients. But it's just to lower down the cost. So it's available for the normal people. Yeah, after what happened there, we vacuumed the steak. We're gonna put it here to be processed for a certain period of time, only at 54 degrees. So that's just a little above half of boiling point, which is 100.
Now Ryan is going to show us how their top bestseller is done.
So we're gonna be using high-powered torch. It's not a kitchen torch. Attached to sirzal. That's a 2014 contraption that was just invented for this process. So it removes the propane flavor, spreads out the heat evenly. So what we need to do here is, since it's cooked inside the perfect doneness, we just have to caramelize the top. So that's Maillard reaction, just to inject more flavor to the meat. Go vino. This is the short plate, 72-hour short plate. It's not supposed to be served as steak, but since we cooked it in sous vide for 54 degrees, it could be served pink inside, but it's still very tender. And it's a tough cut of meat. It's normally cooked for 2.5 hours to be able to bite on it, but this was done 72 hours. And still, it's pink in the middle, so we're just caramelizing it. So if you would notice, there's bigger marbling compared to the prime cuts.
Check out the meat. The lean meat is excitingly marbled with fat. The whole process of caramelizing the meat surface takes about 2 minutes or slightly more. And the loyal patrons of Meatslut never fail to enjoy this spectacle. Incidentally, this very dish tops the list of their best sellers. Now let's check out their other best sellers.
This is our sausage coil, one of the best sellers of Meatslut. So if you can see, normal sausages are just short. This one is too long, so we had to put it in a coil. This is customized. It's combination of meats inside that we can tell you and spices, and it's served with creme fraiche and mustard dressing. It could be good for like we bake it, cooked it in its own fats. You can see it. Yeah, if you're having a meal, you can probably order rice. Filipinos love rice or potatoes, or you could have it taken in the bar for bar chow. So this is very good. Please try Meatslut, the sausage coil.
This is a hefty serving that can be enjoyed by a group. And for only 320 pesos, the sausage coil is meant for sharing.
So this is our version of kilawin, Meatslut's version of kilawin. We call it chilawin. Why is it chilawin? Because we have chicharon inside and we smoke it. So instead of the normal siniblao that has grilled pork and kilawin fish, we combine chicharon, the smoky flavor because of smoking it, and then our version of kilawin. So it's a must-try bestseller in Meatslut. Yeah, for 230, this could be enjoyed by friends, shared with a good glass of wine or beer, or some of the alco pops that we have in Meatslut. Plus, we have scotch also.
When the smoke clears, this is what delights the customer visually, even before the first bite. Let's check out the other popular dishes here.
One of the best sellers in Meatslut is the cured beef with pickled celery. So this is a tender cut of beef. We cure it for 3 days, and we serve it with arugula salad with dressing and pickled celery. And we smoke it before we serve it also. So this is how it's. So it's a very good appetizer, or it could also be good with drinks like beer, wine, and what other stuff that we have at the bar. Oh, it's only at 220 pesos, so it could be shared. It could be for yourself only if you. So it's just a very cheap price. So this is the shrimp sausages and corn. It's baked sausages in its own fat, and then we saute it with shrimps and corn. And spices. So this is one of the dishes that's ordered with steak most of the time. It's one of the best sellers here. It's only for 250 pesos, and it's good for sharing as well.
As you can see, this is not a vegetarian's haven. It's a meat lover's paradise. Meatslut has been totally embraced by those who love fine meat, and business, as Ryan says, has been so good that they are already planning their expansion so they can share with as many Pinoys their special technique on how to cook and serve excellent meat. Watch out for their next branch. In the meantime, here's Ryan's personal invite.
For a juicy, sexy meat experience, come visit us at Meatslut. It's in 94 Lilac Street, Marikina. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The name itself is pretty intriguing, but I invite you all to see for yourselves what Meatslut is all about. I guarantee you, you will love it.